بس صوري مبروك مبروك عليك.
Casquete, tudo com isso.
فرمانده طوفان الاقصی شهید ابورانیان با خون مجاهدان فلسطینی در همانی شهید زاهد.
ونعاهد أمتنا أن نبقى على طريق المقاومة حتى تحرير فلسطين، فإما النصر وإما الشهادة. أما مشاريع الغرب وأمريكا وترامب فهي إلى زوال، وستسقط وسنسقطه كما أسقطنا المشاريع التي قبلها. ولذلك هذا عهدنا لأمتنا وعهدنا لشهدائنا.
ایمان ما با شهدای ماست و ملت فلسطین هرگز فراموش نخواهد با اشغالگران فلسطین همراه شدند در قتل و
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that because that's Israel's decision, but as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out. And I don't think they're going to do it. I think a lot of them are dead. I think a lot of the hostages are dead. I think it's a great human tragedy what's happened, how people can be that mean to do. I'm speaking for myself. Israel can override it, but from myself, Saturday at 12 o'clock, and if they're not here, all hell is going to break out. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, do you expect Facebook, the hostage deal, to go forward?
I'll talk to you later.
Mr. President, you managed to get this deal done. Some say, a lot of people say that the men who managed to do that should get a Nobel Peace Prize. Do you think that you'll be able to get all the hostages back home? And what would happen if you hear from the
They will
Israelis
never
that...
give me a Nobel Peace Prize.
What would happen if Israel...
I deserve it, but they will never give it to me.
What would happen, sir? What would happen if
Normalization to go forward? What needs to happen for normalization in Saudi Arabia?
Well, we're going to see, and we're dealing with a lot of people, and we have steps to go yet, as you know. And maybe those steps go forward, and maybe they don't. We're dealing with a very complex group of people, situation and people. But we have the right man, we have the right leader of Israel. He's done a great job, and we've been friends for a long time. We do a great job also. And I think we have a combination that's very unbeatable, actually.
Can I ask, what would happen, Mr. President? What would happen, Mr. President? What would happen if you hear from Mr.
Wait a
President?
minute, wait. Where's that person? Where's that person coming from? Come on.
Yeah,
go,
Mr.
you
President,
go.
what would happen if you'll hear from the Israeli side today that they're not willing to go through with the deal to get all the hostages back home and finish the war?
We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, we'll be prepared to handle the situation.
Are the
What
Saudis
is your plan in terms of getting
demanding
Iran
a
into the
Palestinian
deal,
state?
Mr. President?
Are the Saudis demanding a Palestinian state?
No, they're not. No.
Are they demanding a path towards a Palestinian state or any other recognition
Everybody's
of that sort?
demanding one thing. You know what it is? Peace. We want peace. We want people to stop being killed. But everybody's demanding one thing. Very simple, peace. And he wants peace also.
Mr. President, do you think it's politically possible in Israel to get this deal done until the end?
To get the deal done?
Yeah.
Sure.
Is it politically
Why wouldn't a deal get done? A deal can't get done. We'll see what happens. We're dealing with very complicated people. But a deal can absolutely get done.
President
See what happens.
President Trump, dialogue with Prime Minister Netanyahu. We've heard Joe Biden and Donald Trump take credit for the hostage and ceasefire deal. Who do you think deserves more credit?
I think President Trump added great force and powerful leadership to this effort. I appreciate it. He sent a very good emissary. He's helped it along. And, I'll just tell you, I'm happy that they're here. And I'm sure the president is happy that they're here. And I would think that's about enough.
Prime Minister,
what about Elizabeth Surkov, the Israeli hostage held in Iraq?
What about the Israeli press taking a press conference in Israel and not in Washington?
We would love to take a press conference and be able to interview Prime Minister Netanyahu. A few more questions. Prime Minister Netanyahu, do you support going forward with this deal and getting all the hostages out?
I support getting all the hostages out and meeting all our war goals. That include destroying Hamas's military and governing capabilities and making sure that Gaza never poses a threat to Israel.
are you willing?
All three.
Are you willing
And
to
those
agree? Are you
things
willing
can
to
go
agree?
together?
Are you willing
Can you
to agree
promise
to
to the
Trump's
families
vision
that you
to
do
bring all the
everything to
hostages
get the
back home?
hostages out?
I think that I should talk to President
One at a
Trump.
time. So
Okay.
I'll ask, do you agree with Trump's vision of
sure that you articulate correctly what the president's vision is. You can ask, he can speak for himself. He does that very, very well. I have my own views, 3 goals, not 1, not 2, 3 goals, and I will meet all 3 goals. I think the president can help enormously. He brings fresh thinking.
Any address to the
Fresh
fact
thinking.
that terrorists who murdered hundreds of people released to their home on the part of the deal?
It's a horrible thing. We can't forget it. I'll never forget it. You can't forget it. And some people want to put it out of their memory, but we're not going to ever let that happen. It was a horrible day, October 7th. That was a horrible period of time. And a lot of people like to pretend it didn't happen. It happened. It's a big group of people that like to pretend it didn't happen, like the Holocaust didn't happen. Same mindset. No, we're going to get this thing wrapped up, and we're going to get it done. We're also dealing, I think, very successfully with Russia, Ukraine. We're going to hopefully get that one done at some point in the not too distant future. That's a complex problem also. But we solve problems. When I left, we had no problem. There was no Ukraine and Russia fighting. There was no October 7th. There was nothing. And some very poor leadership led to a lot of problems and a lot of death. And it's a shame, but we'll put it out. We'll put out the fires. We have a lot of fires, but we'll put them out.
Why does Prime Minister support a Palestinian state like the peace plan you presented in January 2020? Is this plan still on the table?
Well, a lot of plans change with time, and a lot of death has occurred since I left and now came back. This death occurred not while I was here, but while somebody else was here. It shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have allowed it to happen. It would have never happened, and that includes Russia, Ukraine would have never happened. Not even a little bit, not even a chance. But now we are faced with a situation that's different, in some ways better and in some ways worse. But we're faced with a very complex and difficult situation, but we'll solve the problem.
Mr. President,